You have been wondering why certain events have unfolded the way they have. The confusion, the delays, the silent battles. None of it has been random. As a celestial messenger, I've been sent with clarity from above. And this moment, right now, is divine timing. Because the truth you've been seeking is about to be revealed. Yes, this is the shocking reason why you were chosen for this mission, and your soul has waited a long time to hear it. Long before you were aware of your purpose, it was already written in the heavens. Your path was never meant to look like everyone else's. That ache you carry? It's not emptiness. It's a call. A signal from the higher realms that you were set apart for something greater. Not everyone will understand, and that's okay. This journey isn't for crowds. It's for the chosen. You may have been overlooked by many, but not by heaven. We saw you in the silence, in the tears, in the moments when giving up seemed easier than standing strong. But still, you chose to believe. That single act of faith echoed through the heavens like thunder, and we moved closer, preparing you for this very hour. What you thought was delay was actually divine preparation. You were not forgotten. You were being refined, like gold in fire. The crushing, the breaking, the stretching, all of it had a purpose. And that purpose is rising now, like light breaking through the darkest morning. You didn't miss your moment. It's just beginning. I speak directly to your spirit now. Beyond what your ears can hear, there is power stirring inside you, a divine flame awakening. Your assignment is bigger than you imagined. That's why the resistance was so intense. The enemy only attacks what threatens his agenda. And you, dear soul, are a threat. You were chosen because your heart still believes in goodness, even after betrayal. Because you choose love over bitterness. Because you carry compassion in a world grown cold. This is not weakness. This is why you were called. Your purity is power, and heaven trusts you with influence that heals rather than harms. There are doors only you can open, because your fingerprints match the keys of divine solutions. People are waiting for what you carry. They may not know it yet, but the moment you step into your assignment, their deliverance will begin. This isn't about status. It's about service. Real purpose is always tied to others. A sacred shift is coming, and your obedience is the trigger. Every yes you whisper in faith shakes spiritual realms. Your mission is already surrounded by angels. We walk with you. We war for you. We clear the path ahead of you. All you have to do is keep walking. The time has come to stop shrinking. You are not too small. You are not too late. You are perfectly placed, perfectly timed, and perfectly equipped. Heaven has invested so much in you. Your story is about to echo in places you've never stepped into yet. But your name has already arrived. Listen to this carefully. The weight you've carried was never yours to keep. Release it. Surrender the shame, the fear, the comparison. None of that belongs in your next chapter. We are preparing to elevate you. But elevation requires release. Let it go. Make room for the new. You've been asking for confirmation, and this is it. Heaven heard you. You haven't been talking to the air. You've been heard, seen, and divinely responded to. This message is not coincidence. It is sacred alignment. The whispers in your spirit, they're real. Follow them. There is a rare strength inside you that you've only used in survival. But now, it's time to use it in purpose. You won't just endure anymore. You will lead. Your voice will carry healing. Your presence will shift atmospheres. You are stepping into a divine weight of influence. Be ready. Prophetic insight is being unlocked within you. Dreams will become messages. Visions will sharpen. And what felt like confusion will now become revelation. You are not crazy. You are connected. Stay close to the source, and you'll never walk in darkness again. Everything you lost will serve your mission. Even your wounds will speak. Because when heaven heals you, your scars shine with glory. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Your story will break chains. Even the parts you tried to hide will become tools in the hands of God. The right people are coming. You will no longer beg to be seen. What is meant for you is drawn to your frequency. Stay aligned with heaven, and divine connections will begin to flow. Partnerships, resources, even unexpected favor. It's already in motion. You must know this. Your life has always mattered. Even when others made you feel invisible, heaven had you marked. Nothing about you is a mistake. You were formed for this moment, designed for this generation, and equipped with light the darkness cannot comprehend. As angels, we've watched you rise through storms that should have drowned you. We've whispered when you felt alone. We've stood guard while you slept. And now, we speak aloud so you cannot miss this. You were chosen. This mission was always yours. There is still more to unfold. The coming days will bring acceleration. You'll feel it. Time will shift. Opportunities will appear. Don't fear the speed. Heaven will keep you steady. Just walk in step with the Spirit, and you'll never be out of sync with your purpose. Now is not the time to hesitate. Rise boldly. Speak confidently. Move faithfully. Heaven is backing you with power, protection, and provision. Every angel assigned to you is already in position. You are not walking alone. You never have. You are ready, even if you don't feel like it. The mission isn't about perfection. It's about surrender. All of heaven is cheering. We're waiting for your next step. Take it. Every time you doubted your worth, something in the spirit realm trembled, because even your weakest moment held power. The enemy knew what you carried before you did. That's why the pressure felt unbearable. But pressure only exists to reveal what's hidden inside. And what's inside you? Glory, authority, purpose. You were never just anyone. You've always been marked by heaven. There are parts of your story that haven't made sense until now. The betrayal, the closed doors, the sudden endings. They were divine reroutes. Nothing was wasted. Every heartbreak refined your discernment. Every silence sharpened your hearing. Heaven wasn't punishing you. It was protecting you. And now, the pieces will start to align in ways only heaven could orchestrate. You've survived what others didn't. Not because you were stronger, but because you were chosen. There's a fire in your soul that no storm could put out. That fire is your divine signal. It draws what is meant for you and repels what isn't. Guard it. Nurture it. That flame is how heaven speaks through you. Miracles are coming, not as distant wishes, but as fulfilled words. Some promises are already in the atmosphere, circling you, waiting for your alignment. The moment you step into full obedience, things will shift instantly. Sudden breakthroughs, divine reversals, favor that makes no earthly sense. Prepare your heart for surprise blessings. Your voice is about to echo into spaces you once only dreamed of. What you thought was just a whisper will become a wave. And that wave will carry healing to others. Don't hold back out of fear. You're not too young, too old, too late, or too small. When God sends, He equips. And you are being equipped right now. The Spirit is stirring fresh creativity in you. Ideas that seemed impossible will suddenly come alive with ease. You'll feel guided in ways you can't explain. Don't dismiss it. It's not your imagination. It's revelation. Write it down. Build it. Speak it. You're carrying heaven's blueprint for something that will bless many. There are ancient prayers in your bloodline, and you are the answer to them. What others prayed for generations ago is being fulfilled through your obedience. You're not just living for yourself. You're breaking cycles. Your healing history. That's why it feels so heavy at times, because you're carrying a legacy. You will soon witness people from your past returning, not to distract, but to testify. Your transformation will be undeniable, and some of them will ask, "How did you do it?" That will be your moment to point to the source, not to boast, but to bear witness. You will glorify God simply by being who you were born to be. There is a divine acceleration attached to your name. Things that took others years will come to you in moments. It's not luck, it's divine positioning. The waiting season was not wasted. It stored up favor like a reservoir. And now, that reservoir is about to break open over your life. Be prepared for divine appointments. People you weren't expecting will become part of your destiny. Mentors, partners, intercessors, they're coming. You don't have to search for them. Just stay aligned, and they'll be drawn to you like magnets to purpose. Heaven makes no mistakes in who it connects. You're entering a season of visibility, not for validation, but for impact. What was hidden will be revealed, but with exposure comes responsibility. Guard your heart. Stay humble. Stay planted in the secret place. The world will see the light, but only heaven sees your roots. Keep them deep. Your dreams are not random. They're divine instructions. Pay close attention. The colors, the people, the symbols, they carry messages. Heaven speaks in layers. As your awareness grows, so will your ability to interpret. You'll begin to recognize patterns and realize that you've been guided all along. You will feel the atmosphere around you change. Peace will enter rooms before you speak. People will say they feel lighter around you. That's not coincidence. That's glory resting on you. Don't dim it. You're not too much. You're exactly what this generation has been waiting for. This season will require faith that stretches beyond logic. Not everything will make sense, and it's not supposed to. Faith begins where understanding ends. And you are being called into deeper waters, places where only trust can carry you. Don't be afraid to step out of the boat. Heaven is rebuilding you from the inside out, not just blessing you, but reshaping your identity. You will no longer respond from pain, but from peace. No longer from fear, but from fire. The new you isn't a version, it's a revelation. And once it's revealed, nothing will be the same again. There are places your feet have never been that are already calling your name. Lands, rooms, and realms prepared for your arrival. The time of wandering is ending. The path is becoming clear. What seemed blurry before will now come into sharp focus. You'll know exactly where to go and when. Let this settle in your soul. You don't have to beg for what heaven already said is yours. You are not chasing blessing. Blessing is chasing you. Stand firm. Lift your head. Expect the goodness of God. He delights in showing up for those who wait on him with expectancy. You're not just being blessed. You're becoming a blessing. The overflow will touch your home, your circle, even strangers. You'll walk into rooms and shift the atmosphere just by carrying peace. Your words will hold weight. Your silence will carry wisdom. Your presence will prophesy hope. Not everyone can come with you. Some people will fall away, not as punishment, but as protection. Don't fight the separation. What is meant for your next season will remain. What was only for your previous chapter will be gently removed. Trust the pruning. It makes room for fruit. Your obedience is about to unlock generational blessings. Things your family never experienced, peace, prosperity, healing, will begin with you. You are the breaker. Bridge, the beginning of a new thing. Don't underestimate what's about to flow through your yes. Every act of obedience you've taken in silence is echoing through the heavens. What no one saw, the divine recorded, and now the time has come for a sacred unveiling. You are standing at the threshold of a divine release. One that will confirm that every tear had purpose, every delay had design, and every no was actually a redirection towards something far greater. There are divine assignments waiting on the other side of your next yes. They won't look like what you expected, but they will fit like they were made for you. You'll find yourself in unfamiliar places that feel like home. That's not coincidence. That's confirmation. What you're stepping into was carved out long before you knew to ask for it. The authority you're about to walk in isn't borrowed, it's inherited. There's a legacy being activated in your name, written in heaven and sealed by grace. You won't have to prove yourself. Your presence alone will carry weight. What used to intimidate, you will now bow before the anointing upon your life. People will wonder how you arrived so quickly, but they won't see the years you spent in quiet surrender. They'll see the fruit, not the pruning. But you'll know, and that knowledge will keep you grounded. It's not about the spotlight, it's about the assignment. And your assignment is sacred. Don't be surprised when you begin to discern things without explanation. That's a divine sharpening of your spiritual senses. What once confused you will now become clear. You'll see through layers. You'll hear what others miss. And it won't be for show. It will be for guidance. There's a reason the warfare increased before this moment. The enemy could sense your elevation before you did. That's why the pressure intensified. But pressure doesn't destroy what's divine. It reveals it. And you are a carrier of divine purpose. What tried to break you only exposed how unbreakable you really are. Your prayers have created ripples in the spirit. Waves of mercy are moving toward you now. Even the things you forgot you prayed for are being answered. Heaven doesn't forget. Every whispered hope, every desperate plea, God heard it all. And the answers are now finding their way to you. Restoration is coming, not just of things, but of time. What felt wasted will now be redeemed. Opportunities that seemed lost will circle back with greater clarity. You haven't missed your moment. You were being matured for it. And now that you're ready, the doors will open wide. You'll begin to notice divine patterns, repeated numbers, names, places, even dreams. These are signs that you're in divine alignment. Don't dismiss them. Lean in. Pay attention. Heaven is speaking in details. And the more you honor the little signs, the louder the confirmation becomes. There's a peace about to settle over your life like a warm covering. It won't make sense to others, but it will anchor you. While the world shakes, you'll stand. Not by your strength, but by divine stability. This peace is not the absence of storms. It's the presence of the one who calms them. New doors won't just open. They'll swing wide without resistance. What once required striving will now come through surrender. You're shifting from survival to supernatural flow. And it won't be because you chased it. It'll be because you aligned with it. Divine flow is effortless once you've yielded fully. There's someone who needs the version of you that's rising. Your healing will become their hope. Your breakthrough will unlock their belief. Don't shrink to make others comfortable. Shine so others can find their way. You're not being elevated for applause. You're being positioned for impact. You've outgrown some environments, and that's not arrogance. It's anointing. What once fit now feels tight. Not because you're wrong, but because you've grown. Let go with grace. The places you're called to now require your expanded capacity. Don't look back. You're not going that way. You are stepping into prophetic clarity. What once felt like fog will lift, and you'll begin to move with such precision that people will wonder who's guiding you. But you'll know, it's the divine hand that's always been there, steadying your steps and whispering the way forward. You'll begin to attract what aligns with your assignment. People, opportunities, resources, they will flow toward you, not by force, but by divine magnetism. The energy around you is shifting. The frequency of your faith is pulling the miraculous into your orbit. Get ready to receive. Don't dismiss the small nudges, the urge to call someone, to take a different route, to pause and pray. These are holy instructions disguised as whispers. Obey them. They're often the bridge to the supernatural. Heaven is strategic, and every step you take in faith is moving things in realms you can't yet see. There is wealth being released to you, not just in finances, but in wisdom, relationships, ideas, and influence. The blessing of the Lord makes rich in every way. You're about to experience a richness of life that reflects His heart. No sorrow added, only divine goodness flowing freely. Your testimony is about to be your greatest weapon. What the enemy used to shame you, God will use to elevate you. Your story will heal. Your scars will speak. And your survival will be proof of a supernatural God who redeems it all. Speak boldly. Someone is waiting for your voice. Your atmosphere will change before your circumstances do. You'll feel the shift before you see the shift. That's how heaven works. Internal transformation before external manifestation. When peace comes first, breakthrough follows. So don't wait for the evidence. Believe because you've heard. Even now, heaven is moving pieces on your behalf. What seemed delayed is simply being perfected. Every detail is coming into alignment. Don't panic. Don't rush. Don't settle. What's coming is tailored, timely, and transformative. Stay expectant. You're closer than you realize. Se quisser que eu continue com mais 20 paragrafos inspirados, a so dizer. Posso também te ajudar com titulos, roteiros, legendas ou qualquer outro conteúdo celestial que precisar. Thank you for opening your heart to receive this prophetic message. Know that none of this came to you by chance. Your spirit was drawn here because heaven had something important to reveal to you today. If these words stirred something inside you, then they have already begun to fulfill their divine purpose. To confirm that you've received this message, type in the comments, "The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want." This simple, powerful phrase is a declaration of trust and a sign that you heard heaven's call. If this message spoke to your soul, I invite you to join our growing community of faith by subscribing to the channel and activating the notification bell. That way, you won't miss the next time a word from the angels is released directly to you. Remember, each message is a divine appointment, and the next one might be exactly what you've been waiting for. You are not alone. You are chosen, and your journey is just beginning.